the weekend sports review with Nick and Roy. Roy, full weekend of sports. Start off with a bit of rugby. Super 14 crunch time before the Stormers, really. Yeah?
It is that time of the season where we need to start showing what they can do. We spent the most money. They spent the most money in the pre-transfer season. But the thing is Bryan Habana playing this weekend?
That is the question. And also the Bulls choosing a B-side. I mean, it should be quite easy for them.
They say it's the B-side, but this is probably the Springbok team that will play in the next 5 years. In 5 years' time, this is probably Springbok team.
Well, that's going to be going down at Newlands tomorrow night. We got the Sharks versus the Western Force this evening. Sharks playing pretty much with pride. They didn't have the greatest season, but the Battle of the Minnows tomorrow. Cheetahs versus the Lions. Let's hope the Lions can at least win one game this season.
They're just about to do the record, the Blue Bulls record, though, isn't it?
Worst season in history?
I think it's 15 losses.
If they don't win against the Cheetahs, it's going to be a whipping boy memento season for Dick Muir's boys. They haven't won anything this season, so please, my majestic Lions, can you at least win one for me?
Arguably the best coach.
Arguably the best coach. He is assistant Springbok coach, but hasn't done much with the Lions. Nonetheless, let's move to football. We've got Nedbank Cup action. We got Amazulu versus Sundowns, and of course Wits versus Free State Stars. It's the semi-finals of the FA Cup version of South African football. It should be rather interesting. Big names like Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs no longer there. Who do you reckon will take it? Sundowns, Amazulu? Toby's men looking pretty good. I think they deserve a trophy this season.
I'd have to go with Sundowns.
Sundowns, they're in a bit of turmoil. They're not too sure who's coaching them, but should be an interesting one. Then the Clever Boys, Wits versus Free State Stars. That's also pretty tight, I would reckon.
Being a university, UJ students, I'd say definitely has to be Free State Stars.
Alright, we'll have to see what happens in that one. Then we got the FA Cup, big one. Chelsea versus Portsmouth. Portsmouth already relegated. Is it their chance to prove that they're actually Premier League material?
But the thing is, though, I don't think so. They're basically already out of the Premier League, and if they win the FA Cup, which I highly doubt, they're not allowed to play in the Europa League, which is a little bit of a predicament.
Well, me being a Man United fan, I definitely don't want to see them win. That being Chelsea, it'd be nice to see Portsmouth. I don't think that they deserve to be relegated, and they'll definitely be proving a point if they end up beating Chelsea. On the cricket front,
underdog.
We got the final of the 2020 World Cup that's happening in the Caribbean. That's going to be Sunday. England already in it, but today we decide who's England's opponents. Australia versus Pakistan. That's going to be tough.
I'd say Pakistan is playing better as a team. They're the defending 2020 champions, though, isn't it? So my money should be on Pakistan.
All right. Well, I'm going to go for the Aussies. It's got nothing to do with me wearing yellow, but I don't know. I'll have to go for our Southern Hemisphere cousins, seeing as though the Proteas choked once again.
We're known for it.
ICC competition. Then other than that, we've got tennis, the Madrid Open, women's and men's. Should be quite interesting this weekend. And also on the golfing front, Mallorca Open on the European Tour. And then in San Antonio, the TPC on the US PGA. And of course, who can forget, we've got testosterone and talk. The MotoGP this weekend, Superbikes at Kyalami. That's
and of course the big one,
Formula One, Monaco Grand Prix.
Well, I'll put the money on Alonso. He's been crosses in the practice stations this whole up to now. So Ferrari looking to be on the podium at least.
Monaco's a bit tricky though. It's not the engine, but rather the driver.
Yeah, the thing is, it could bring in Michael Schumacher. He's not in the best car in the field, but he is known as the best driver there. Hasn't had the best of returns to Formula One, but hopefully, maybe this race, he will show what he can do.
Well, I don't know. Will it be Schumacher? Will it be someone else? Catch all your sport this weekend. We'll see you next week Friday for another preview of your weekend sport on Business Day Online.